2019 through to February 2022. During this period, the party undertook and accomplished a number of programs and activities. These include, but are not limited to, party reorganization, revitalization, managing the BBI, staff target setting and identification, acquisition and relocation to new physical facilities for the National Secretariat. So number one, Your Excellency, on grassroots party strengthening, in the last NGC, it was resolved that the party should embark on strengthening branches and filling vacancies occasioned by natural attrition, defections and other causes. It is my pleasure to report to this Council that in pursuit of this objective, the National Office and Secretariat have established the following. Number one, we now have a monthly disbursement scheme to county coordinating committees to cater for office rent and related overhead expenses. Currently, Your Excellency, 43 out of the 47 counties receive the monthly transfers. The remaining 4 will be enjoined in the program as soon as their internal challenges are resolved, and we're working with the chair of the board to resolve the question of the leadership. So, Your Excellency, the Orange Democratic Movement now has offices at the county level in 43 of the 47 counties, fully supported by the National Office. Number two, Your Excellency, on strengthening coordination and communication with the branch offices, the Council of County Chairs, an initiative of chairpersons of the county coordinating committees, has become a vital linkage between the National Office and the regions. With the assistance of the National Secretariat, this body has held bi-monthly meetings to share experiences across regions and engage the various organs of the party for important input. The strong coordination and positive relationship between the county offices and the National Secretariat has been exhibited in, among others, nomination of the chair, Migori County Coordinating Committee, to observe national elections in the Republic of South Africa, and the appointment of 2 county chairpersons, namely Richard Tyro and Emily Awita of Taita Taveta and Siaya counties respectively, as members of the reconstituted National Elections Board. It is in recognition of the foregoing and need to further recognize the vital link between the national and county offices that today the National Executive Committee will be proposing to you, the Governing Council, to recommend to the National Delegates Convention to amend the ODM party constitution to create the Council of County Chairs as an organ of the party. Your Excellency, with NEB supervision, there has also been harmonization of the party leadership throughout the country, and the chair of the NEB will give her report on that. We hope to conduct full grassroots party elections sometime next year, and this is a matter that the NEC will also be putting before this council this morning. Your Excellency, we all know about the Building Bridges initiative. I want to take this opportunity to thank members of ODM at all levels, from the county leadership to our MCAs, to the county coordinating chairs and the branch chairs, for supporting that initiative. Of course, Your Excellency, it was not without challenges, the most visible being the political onslaught led by our detractors and supported by a motley of civil society activists. This led to a court challenge that culminated in the declaration of the initiative as unconstitutional. Of course, the appeal is currently awaiting determination by the Supreme Court of Kenya, but Your Excellency, we are behind you 100% in the vision that you had to achieve under the BBI. Next, Your Excellency, I want to report on the reconstitution of the National Elections Board. The NGC at its last sitting received and adopted in its entirety the report tabled by the task force led by Madam Catherine Muma. Consequent thereto, the NEC organized a 3-day retreat in Nakuru to deliberate on the implementation of that report. I also want to report that, in fact, members of the National Governing Council, we were able to receive input from across the country on what needed to be done. In August of 2020, a new National Elections Board was appointed and mandated to implement the reforms in the report. The members of the board are Ms. Catherine Muma, Honorable Richard Tyro, Honorable Abdullahi Dirie, who is the Secretary, Sintei Nchoe from Narok, and Emily Awita from Siaya. Number 5, besides the National Elections Board, the party also appointed a new disciplinary committee whose membership is here present with us, comprising Honorable Professor Ben Sihanya, Dr. Florence Omosa, Honorable Mumi Ngaru, and Ms. Seth Kakusie. I think we've left out my friend Ramadan on this list, and I think he's here with us today. Then, Your Excellency, number 6, following the recommendations of that task force, and consequent to the retreat of the NEC held in Nakuru in May 2019, a Secretariat Management Board was established to spearhead the development and management of the human resource and welfare issues in efforts to continue professionalizing the operations and transforming ODM from movement style to vanguard party mode of operation. This has been done from 3 strategic approaches. First, we seek to support and challenge. We are facilitating the process of dialogue and change and tracking process. When actions do not live up to the words, we will call out the lack of progress. Secondly, we are harnessing the momentum. We are looking for opportunities to identify and inculcate organization culture carriers, those who will embody and embed cultural change, creating multipliers so that the new culture fans out across the party. Thirdly, we have infused a system of and framework for communication and feedback. We are establishing structures to collect feedback and measure success, and by communicating the work across the party, we can encourage a more connected and consistent approach. Formal introduction and embedding of values and beliefs into people management is on our 2019 agenda via a 2-step approach. First is to integrate the values and beliefs into objective setting for performance management. And number 2, to map, integrate, and align the values and beliefs to key people practices, processes, and tools. Engagement with our ideology, values, and beliefs is measured through familiarity with the social democratic ideology, shared values and core beliefs, changes in the way we think and act, and through believing and understanding that living the values and beliefs will have a positive impact on reaching our ready to govern strategy. I want to give a report on the by-elections, Your Excellency. The period under review has been a difficult period for the party in electoral performance. Since March 2019, the party has participated in 6 parliamentary and 9 county assembly by-elections and performed as indicated. We participated in Ugenya constituency, Embakasi South, Kibra constituency, Msambweni, Matungu constituency, Bonchari constituency. Out of those, we won 2 and lost 4. So it was not a very good period for us. In the county assembly, Your Excellency, there was a by-election in Abakaile ward in Garissa, which we won, Loyangalani in Marsabit, which we won, Ganda, which we won, Nyacheki, which we won, Dabaso in Kilifi, which we won, Kisumu North, which we won, Mbale in Undanyi ward in Taita Taveta, which we lost, Kiamakoma ward in Kisii County, which we won, and Huruma ward in Uasin Gishu, which we lost. Your Excellency, permit me at this particular juncture, first to salute all our generals, all our officials and members of parliament in these electoral areas for the support that you gave our party candidates during those by-elections. We owe you a great deal of gratitude for the effort in all these electoral areas despite of the result. Your Excellency, please, with your permission, allow me to give a special recognition to our brothers from the larger Gusii area. Watu ya Kisii mpo, led by your governor, Your Excellency Ongwae. The reason I am giving special recognition to them, Your Excellency, is that in Kisii region, we have not lost a single by-election. All of them have been won, including the latest one, the last one, our last born in Bonchari, which all of you who followed know was a very difficult fight. So on behalf of the National Executive Committee and the National Secretariat, thank you very much, Your Excellency Ongwae, and all the teams in Kisii for all the work you've done. Thank you very much, my sister Honorable Janet Ongera. We know the fights that we are into, and we hope that going forward. Wasimame, mzee anasema msimame mpigiwe makofi. Timu ya Kisii iko wapi? Na Mheshimiwa Oimeke yuko wapi? Sijamuona, lakini asanteni sana for the good work that you have done. Ako wapi? Oh, huyo ndio last born wetu anaitwa Pavel Oimeke, mbunge wa Bonchari. Thank you very much. Oh yes, I forgot Bobasi, which you also won. Thank you very much, Bobasi Church Award. Thank you, Your Excellency. Now, Professor Ongeri, yes, I've recognized you, you're my senator. We worked with you very well in Bonchari, and thank you for the good work. So, Your Excellency, I want to very quickly go to some of the challenges that we have had during this particular period. Your Excellency, everybody knows that the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic affected our programs and activities adversely. The first casualty was our NGC meeting, which was due in March of 2020, the month the country was forced into a lockdown. Other party initiatives that suffered include the conduct of grassroots elections and activities at the National Secretariat, the activities of our leagues, the Women League, the Youth League, and the Disability League, as a number of, and also at the National Secretariat, because a number of our staff members were directly or indirectly affected by the pandemic. The second challenge, Your Excellency, was managing of the coalitions that the party was in then. Coalitions by their nature are very delicate. The NASA coalition established in March 2017 through a pre-election agreement was not an exception. The synergy and collective strength that the coalition brings waned over time. These were replaced by wrangles and unreasonable demands upon your party, ODM. The NEC therefore resolved on July 28, 2021 to formally disengage ODM from the NASA coalition. As we inch towards new coalition and new coalition partners under the Azimio la Umoja, these lessons that we learned will prove vital. Number three, Your Excellency, we still face the challenge of underfunding as a party. Political parties are expected to maintain physical offices in at least half the counties, run programs, and fund election campaigns. These require major financial muscle. The Political Parties Act 2011 provides for registration, management, funding, and other matters to do with political parties. On funding, it specifically provides that not less than 0.3% of annual revenue shall be allocated to the Political Parties Fund, and that 95% of that fund shall be used for political party administration, shared to qualified political parties based on their strength. In 2016, ODM filed a case in court seeking the orders of mandamus for the Treasury to be compelled to obey the law and allocate the correct amount. This is because since this law was passed, Your Excellency, Parliament and Treasury have never complied with the law. We also prayed that the National Treasury and Parliament be ordered to pay arrears accruing for ODM, which amounted at the time in 2016 to 5.3 billion Kenya shillings. In spite of the court judgment in our favor, the National Treasury has continued to violate this provision with impunity, thereby curtailing our capacity to fund our activities. We continue to dialogue with the government for a phased settlement, and during the appropriation for the financial year 2021-2022, the Budget and Appropriation Committee of the National Assembly undertook to factor in the law-mandated amount in the supplementary budget when it is prepared. At this particular juncture, Your Excellency, allow me to also recognize members of Parliament of ODM who have given very strong support to the party on the floor of the House and even with the engagements with Treasury, so that we are able to achieve this settlement. I want to recognize our chairman, Honorable Mbadi, who has been a very strong champion. I want to recognize Honorable Junet Mohammed. Is he here? Yes, thank you so much, Junet. I want to recognize Honorable Anthony Olwoch from the Legal Affairs Committee. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Honorable Olwoch was the one who was able to get us a Speaker's ruling saying that this time round the Parliament must allocate some money towards settlement of the amount, which as we speak right now, yes, as we speak right now, stands at a whopping 8 billion Kenya shillings. But Your Excellency, as the SG, I am extremely encouraged because next year, you being our president and we being in charge of Treasury, I have no doubt that our 8 billion will come so that hii pesa iingie kujenga chama kule mashinani. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the ODM legal team led by the chair of the Committee on Legal Affairs, Honorable Tim Wanyonyi, and of course our very able Senator for Siaya, Honorable James Orengo, and all the lawyers who worked on that particular case to ensure that the party is able to get what is due to it. Your Excellency, I want to conclude by saying that some of our governors, our deputy governors, a number of MPs and MCAs are still in arrears with regards to their contributions. And you have given us a directive as the National Secretariat not to be shy to ask about these resources. So I can see most of them are here. Your Excellency, I have established a desk at the back there and a safe. My team has a safe there. So if you know you are a member in arrears, we are willing and ready to receive your money at the back there. In conclusion, Your Excellency, because of the funding challenges, our work plan and subsequently our cash flow management has been a bit tricky, but I believe we will resolve this. In conclusion, the period has been eventful and full of promise, challenges notwithstanding. We must close ranks now as ODM and build a strong and united party that will truly be prepared to take over power in another 5 months. I thank you most gratefully and wish to end it there, Your Excellency. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, SG, and thank you very much, delegates, for listening to SG's report. I just want to ask us to adopt this, the resolutions of the SG, the report. The report of the SG, proposal